Hey guys, how y'all doing? Wanted to come on real quickly. I can't spend much time because y'all know we're gonna be headed out here. It's really early this morning, but I wanted to touch base on something that's really bugging me now in the Sebastian Drake Rogers case. Before we get started, trigger warning times 100 million, and allegedly, these are all my opinions, my thoughts, my theories, my speculation, not to reflect the channel. Y'all's comments, y'all's alone, not to reflect the channel. We do our research together because we're a big-hearted little family. And we care about the voiceless, the missing, and the runaways because they run for a reason. So let's get started. I was told about I think it's called Elevated Truth or so, I don't know, something like that. It's a channel. Y'all know me, I'm not good with channels. I really only pay attention to very few channels at all. And I wanted to come on real quick because Ruby, we got to go this way. Come on. We're fixing to head out to San Antonio to search. We hope we're going to get pretty weather, but it looks like it might get nasty. I'm hoping it's going to stay pretty. But anyway, that it was done, I guess, right after his birthday or around his birthday or something, December. And there was a few things in there that he said that really are throwing some red flags. And we're going to deep dive them tonight when I get back, and we're going to discuss them. One thing was, I don't know if y'all have heard it, and I think also Deceptive Detective a month ago broke it down as well. A clip of it or something, but I want to break down the whole thing because there was a lot of red flags in there. A couple of them really serious red flags to me. Because we know that when the stepfather speaks, it's transparency and crystal clear across the board, so there's no misunderstanding. He puts out truth every time, right? That's what he always says. Transparency. Truth, crystal clear. So, he was making himself crystal clear in this thing as well. He was put on it was a panel with like 4 or 5 people, a gentleman, some ladies, and Chris, Proudfoot, and I think Katie was in the background. And he was talking about Katie being a grieving mother, you know, and why she hadn't talked and things like that. And he said, well, let me rewind. And let me rewind real quick. Let me rewind real quick and catch y'all all up or whatever, right? He simply said, Halloween was one of Sebastian's favorite holidays. It was an empty seat. It was an incomplete holiday because Sebastian wasn't home, right? Okay. Then he said, Thanksgiving was an empty seat at the table and an incomplete holiday. He was trying to get why Katie's grieving, right? And then he said, what did he say? December 7th. Yeah, because it was Halloween, Thanksgiving, and December 7th was Sebastian's birthday. He said they just would not leave the day alone, right? That's what he said. That was his own words. And then he makes the comment that Christmas is coming up, and here we go, another incomplete holiday. Well, how do you know that? It was still 3 weeks from Christmas. Why are you saying it's as a fact that he's not going to be there on Christmas? How did you know this? Right? How do you know this? And then, of course, Katie in the background, well, Valentine's Day and New Year's. And so he's like, yes, New Year's and Valentine's Day, she said, is going to be incomplete holidays. How do you know? You were 2 months from over 2 months from freaking Valentine's Day. And then the comment was made, he said, and then y'all know what's after the next thing after Valentine's Day, which, you know, we basically know it's the anniversary of him vanishing, the February 25th. And then that's when one of the ladies on the panel said, well, maybe he'll be home by then. And then Christopher said, amen. So what is that? Y'all had planned to keep this boy away for a year, and it didn't go as y'all planned? The court systems are now coming after you? Because he was asked also in this interview, is there 5 CPS cases against you? He said, I don't know. Okay, you don't know, but yet in the beginning you were like, there was only one and I've already cleared it up. Remember? Remember that? He was sure defending himself over that one then. And now to say he doesn't know if there's 5. And then they said, well, is there more than 5? Possibly 10 or 12. He says, I don't know. What changed? I think the lawyer changed his mind. And then they were asking about the dates, why he wouldn't give the dates, remember? And he said, because law enforcement, because on Nancy Grace and all that, he was asking, he says, I've been informed by law enforcement to not give the dates of my whereabouts. Why? He says, but I can tell you this, ma'am. Last time I saw Sebastian was the early February when I left home. And then I did not see him again until February 26th. Oh, CP, you saw him on February 26th. That's your exact words. Explain that shit. You say you saw this child on February 26th. Wow. Did not know that. So the bite marks, scratch marks, all that is adding up, right? That's why I'm so glad that people ask questions sometimes and he gets up there and gets so cocky that he slips up. Because there's too many slips in this particular one little section I watched. I like 10 red flags, 10 slips. Because another one, when he was talking about grieving mother and grieving Seth, he talked about, you know, how they grieve. Everybody grieves differently. He never said he was grieving, which we know he's not. But he clearly said memories and grieving, you know, the way Katie grieves, he says, well, people don't realize, let me make it clear, what people don't realize, when you lose a loved one, everybody grieves differently. Who said you lost him? Like, see, you see what I'm getting at? There's so many of these in this thing that law enforcement should take him down for just this one statement alone. I mean, clearly, to say that, are you kidding me? He said he saw Sebastian on February 26th. They lost a loved one and Katie's grieving and Seth's grieving. And everybody shares pictures in different ways. Those are our memories, he said. He says, Seth can share his memories all he wants to. We keep our memories close. Memories? So you're saying that these are all memories? That the child is no longer here? I mean, do people not understanding this? Are people not catching these things that are coming out like I'm trying to explain to people to do? The interviews tell everything. Man, I really wish Peter Hyatt would do, I emailed him, I wish he would do one on this thing right here. An assessment analysis on this particular interview, or whatever you call it, on that show, and elevate, and get elevated truth or whatever it's called. And the Deception Detective did a clip of it as well. I think part 1 or part 2. So I haven't seen it yet, but I need to go watch it. I just watched a little bit of it about 4 this morning and was so shocked that I couldn't watch it all. I was just like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? He's just saying, everything's just coming out. And you know, the biggest one was the losing a loved one. People don't realize what it's like until you lose a loved one. He's missing. We're not saying he's not alive. You are. And you're saying you're holding all your memories close. They're all memories to you, right? That's all it is memories to you. And then to say that Katie left blankets and pillows and shoes outside on the front porch for Sebastian and was standing outside screaming his name. Well, the neighbors that I spoke to, which, you know, he is true. There's not a lot of neighbors that know them in that neighborhood, and that I have confirmed that. They all said pretty much, no, we don't really know him. They're quiet. We don't know them. But, you know, because it's when there's an abusive household, usually you don't meet your neighbors, right? Because Katie doesn't want to associate her life with those people. Because then if somebody finds out what's going on, then there's a chance that somebody could call, right? So that's why usually abusers don't get out and meet the neighbors, right? But you know what? You know the one thing is, she should have met all those neighbors on that morning that she went in there and Sebastian wasn't in his room. Because she should have been knocking on every damn neighbor's door. Is my son in your backyard? Is my son hiding in your shed? Is my son hiding on your back porch? She should have met all the neighbors that day. February 26th, she should have met every single neighbor in that neighborhood. And the surrounding neighborhoods. But she didn't. She only took a little drive that morning. That was it. And they've been pushing the narrative of midnight to 6 a.m. I don't know. Y'all watched the fire chat last night. I'm putting this thing together. It's taking a little bit, but I'm putting it together, guys. And I just think that they got what they need all of a sudden. By changing that date, I think they got what they need. I think whatever that piece of the puzzle that they were waiting on to take to the grand jury, I think they finally got it. And I think they realized, okay, now All right, let's change the date. Because if Christopher Proudfoot said on that channel, as he did, back around Sebastian's birthday time, a little after his birthday, whenever this clip was done, I think it's like a month and a half ago or whatever it was made, it clearly shows that he saw Sebastian on February 26th. It came out of his own mouth. It came out of his own mouth that when, and you don't know how you're going to grieve until you lose a loved one. Okay? We're considering him missing right now, and we have hope, but he has no hope. He's basically letting us know that it's all memories. He's not coming back. And it's truly heartbreaking, because this one really put the icing on the cake for me. And I haven't even finished it. I'm scared to finish it, because there's no telling what else came out. Because remember, Mr. Transparency, Mr. I'm Crystal Clear, he says everything by the book, right? Because, you know, everybody and their grandma is working this case. Secret Service, FBI, LE, state, federal, all of them, right? Remember, he makes it clear all the time. But you know, really the big one was the CPS. Why would he say, I don't know, when he defended himself to the end in the beginning about the CPS? Nope, it's already gone away. It's already gone away. It's handled. It was a lie. It's all handled. It was the same lady. She knows it's all a lie. Like, calling Sebastian a liar again. Not grieving for Sebastian. Only Seth and Katie are grieving. That's all he talked about. Didn't talk about him grieving. Talked about empty chairs on holidays that weren't even there yet. How did we know? How did he know that the chairs were going to be empty on Christmas? How did he know that the chairs were going to be empty on New Year's? How did he know that the chairs were going to be empty on Valentine's Day when it was months away? You tell me. Make that shit make sense. Trigger warning. I'm so sorry saying that word. I'm just really not in a good mood this morning. But I wanted to take a few minutes to do this. I did a longer one earlier, but for some reason it won't load. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I switched cameras and I shouldn't have done it. And I've switched back now, but I don't know. I'm messing up somehow. But I'll figure it out. Y'all guys be good. Y'all be safe. There's a whole bunch more in this that I want to talk about tonight, but I don't want to give it to all y'all tonight. But I do want y'all to go check it out. What I was told on the email was Deceptive Detective, like a month ago or a week ago, broke it down like a quick segment of it over like a 20 or 30 minute clip. So if y'all want to go watch it, go check it out. Like I said, I don't know a lot about the channel. He seems, from what I'm hearing, to have a really big heart, which is wonderful. That's what we need out there. And he kind of breaks down, I think, like pretty much facts is what I'm gathering that he does from what I was told about his channel. He tries to break down the truth that comes out, right? Or something like that. So y'all go check it out if y'all want to, so that way y'all understand before tonight when we get into it. But man, oh man, there's a lot in there, guys, that will blow your damn mind. Believe me. So we're fixing to head out to San Antonio to go search for Suzanne Simpson. So we'll do some videos there. I don't know if we'll be able to load them there. If it's raining, I'm not going to be able to load them there yet. I'll load them when I get back, and then I'll load them before we start the fire chat. But Ruby is tired this morning. Anyway, guys, y'all be good. Y'all be safe. Justice for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Missing 15-year-old out of Hendersonville, Tennessee, which is now 16. Turned 16 December 7th, 2024. Last seen February 25th. I want to say that again. February 25th, 2024. By his mother, Katie Lynn Payne Proudfoot. Wife number 5, 6, 7, I don't know, of Christopher Proudfoot. And Seth Rogers is the biofather that lives in Clarksville, Tennessee. And he is separated from them. They have never really worked with him or tried to work with him. They started to go, he had a GoFundMe set up in the beginning by his sister. Christopher Proudfoot made it damn clear that he did not want a GoFundMe set up because he didn't want to look bad. It's not that he didn't want to look bad. You know why he didn't want to look bad? Because if he would have had a GoFundMe set up, what does that mean? He has to search, right? So there you go. That's why he did not want it. He did not want the GoFundMe for the reason that he did not want to be out there having to search. That's it. End of story. In my opinion, that's allegedly how I feel about it. This is how I allegedly feel about what he said. These came out of his own mouth. I'm not making these up. They came out of his mouth. So make it all make sense. Ruby even says, wow, He's talking in past tense like Don Wells. Anyway, guys, y'all be good, be safe. We love y'all, guys. We'll talk soon, all right? Bye.